Hey everyone, it's Melissa Metcalf Leroy here, coming to you from the fitness center at Foothills Wellness Center. So it is Thursday, April the 16th, almost 1:30, a couple minutes early here to make sure that everything's working properly technology-wise. So it's almost 1:30, getting ready to start the free 30-minute total body ball class. So we're going to give everyone just a few moments to join us here for this exercise routine. This will be the last total body ball class for this week. We're still continuing this for 2 more weeks, free for you guys, coming to you from Foothills Wellness Center, Dr. Joseph Picone's office. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. If you have been enjoying these free classes, thank you so much for watching. If you like these, please make sure and share them with people who you think will be interested in these classes. So once again today, equipment-wise, what we're going to need is we're going to need an exercise ball, some little free weights, little dumbbells, and or you can also use water bottles filled with water and or gravel, whatever weight you're looking for, a resistance band, and a step and or yoga block to do the hip hikers inside the house. So I'm just checking time here just to make sure that we start on time. So I've got about 30 seconds. So I'm going to make my way back to the mat, to the exercise ball. So here we go. So if you have your exercise ball, go ahead and grab that exercise ball. Make sure to put both hands on that exercise ball before sitting on the ball. So that way you make sure that it doesn't slide out from underneath you. That would not be good. Feet are flat on the floor and or mat in front of you. So there should be just a little bit of space in between those knees. So those knees should be in alignment with those hips and then go down from there, those feet. So there should be a little bit of space in between those feet as well. So we're just gently bouncing on the ball here. Make sure to engage that core, so find that belly button, suck it to your spine. If you need to, if you're not comfortable without holding on to the exercise ball, please do so. This is your workout. There's no competition here. So we're going to slowly start to warm up, continuing to gently bounce on your exercise ball. We're going to bring those arms up, straight out, palms face together from those shoulders. We're going to take some deep breaths in. When we breathe in, it's going to be in through our nose. Arms are coming out. Exhale through your mouth. Arms back together. Inhale. Exhale. Notice I'm still gently bouncing and I also have my core engaged. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. When we bring those arms back together, now we're just going to gently allow those palms to rest on our knees. We're going to continue that deep lymphatic breathing. So this time, inhaling through our nose, our arms are going up. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, and exhale. Gently bouncing, engage that core. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Good. So now we're going to be doing the sign of the cross. So if you haven't joined us before, we're going to go forward with the exercise ball, back with the exercise ball, to the left, and then to the right. That's the sign of the cross. So what we're looking at doing here is creating just a little bit of instability on the exercise ball. To what degree you do that, once again, this is your workout. There's no competition. Just please make sure to engage that core and do not fall off of the exercise ball. So I'm going to go slightly forward. I just took half a step forward. Notice right here, though, I'm a little unstable. That's what I want. So I'm going to find that belly button, suck it to my spine. When I do, those bum muscles contract and just kind of hold that exercise ball just a little tighter. So we're working our core muscles, which in turn then strengthen and or rehab that low back for us. So make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Shoulders are square, so they're not up here. We're not creating tension there. Okay? They're relaxed, however square, chin is level. So now we're going back. Once again, the degree of instability is up to you. Please don't fall off the exercise ball. Coming back center, then to the left. So I'm going to take a step out. So notice I almost have this left bum cheek almost off the ball here, but I'm not leaning. My spine is nice and straight and tall. and I have that core engaged. And then we're going to the right. So once again, I have that core engaged. I'm focusing on that balance. So remember this again. Coming forward, back, and side to side. So I'm looking at the camera. So if anyone watching, if you could hit the like button or love button or something before I see something, I know, if you're bouncing on your exercise ball, I'm sorry. For some reason it just flashed that we're no longer live. I'm hoping that's not the case. I still see the live button. This week has been really technology stressful for me, so I'm hoping that we're still going. I'm going to come back center. You guys do one more, front, back, left, and right. I'm just going to bounce towards the camera just to make sure that we're still broadcasting here. It looks like we are. I'm hoping. Okay. All right, hopefully that gave you enough time to do one more sign of the cross. So now we're coming back center and we're going to be bouncing on the exercise ball with one leg. So now we're really going to create some instability here, engaging that core and really focusing on that balance. So for beginners, heel on the floor, you're bouncing right here. Now if you're like, Melissa, that's a little too easy for me. Well, gently lift up your leg a couple of bounces and back down. If at any point you feel a little unstable, thank you guys so much, then grab that exercise ball and stop bouncing, okay? Once again, do not fall off the exercise ball. So here, I'm lifting that leg up and I'm holding. So this is more of an advanced move, okay? I love the exercise ball. You really get a really nice workout with an exercise ball. So if you're sitting at home, you're in front of the computer, you're watching TV, watching a movie, you have an exercise ball, that's a great time to practice some of these moves. All right, gently placing that foot back on the mat and or floor, and we're switching. So once again, engaging that core. If you find that you're going to go, you're kind of willy wonky on the exercise ball, then make sure to really, what I say, suck it up, buttercup, engage that core. Good. All right, and gently placing that foot back on the floor, back on the mat. We're going to gently come to a stop on the exercise ball. Be very careful getting up from your exercise ball, so if you need to, grab on, engage that core, and stand up. All right, I'm going to tuck this exercise ball in the corner here, make sure it stays. All right, next we're going to be doing arms. So resistance band. You'll notice here that I have mine attached to this grab bar. You can do the same thing with the handle on a door, okay? Making sure that you shut the door and that you're on the side of the door that's not going to open. So you don't want to pull the door open and then you go flying back, okay? So straighten that arm, elbow is straight, wrist is straight, underhand grip, shoulders are square, chin is level. We're looking in the direction of the anchor, wherever you have that band anchored. We're coming back for a set of 10. So breathing. Notice the only thing moving here is my arm and shoulder. So I'm really working those shoulder muscles. You're going to feel it in that tricep, the side of that bicep muscle, that supraspinatus muscle on the back. I've got 2 more. 1 more. And then I'm switching to the right arm. So notice I took a step to my left, reposition myself, checking my form. Shoulders are level, chin is up, feet are shoulder width or hip width apart. So 10 here, watching that you're not bending that elbow. The nice thing about a resistance band is you control the resistance. This is your workout. 1 more. So if that's too easy, take half a step back. That increases the resistance. Too hard, take half a step forward. However, don't allow that band to fly back. You want to control both negative and positive resistance. That's what strengthens and builds muscle. I've got 2 more. Engage that core. Last one. Okay. Last set of of 10 on the right, so we're doing 2 sets of 10. Cores engaged, checking my form. I've got 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Good. All right, so now we're going to do 2 sets of 10 on the out. So I've turned to where my right shoulder is now facing the anchor point. I'm looking straight out over the band. The band is in front of me. My wrist is straight, my elbow is straight. You control the degree and or the angle here. So if you're rehabbing that shoulder, start a little low to where you're coming across those abdomen muscles, those abdominal muscles here. Eventually you want to work up to where that wrist is straight out from your shoulder, coming here. You want movement in that shoulder blade and scapula. Also the top of that shoulder, opening up that rotator cuff. So for those of you rehabbing shoulder issues, this is a great exercise to do. So we're doing 2 sets of 10. Shoulders are square, so don't allow that right shoulder to kind of creep up doing this. Chin is level, you're breathing, still engaging that core. 1 more. All right, so now we're going to turn. And then the right arm. So here we're coming out. So now you'll get a better sense of viewing my back here. See how my shoulder blade and scapula are moving. That's the movement that you want right there. I've got 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. All right. 2 sets of 10, remember, so we're going back to the left. Remember to breathe here. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. If you're at home and you're like, I'm not really sure if I'm breathing or not, talk to me. Talk to me through the camera. If you're talking, you're breathing. Breathing, holding your breath. Why breathing is so important, Holding your breath causes tension in your body, therefore it causes injuries, usually strains and sprains. This is my last one. All right, last 10 on the right. Here we go. So make sure you're breathing. Check that form. Chin is level. We're not looking down in our bellies or feet or tennis shoes. We're breathing. Got 2 more. And last one. Good. All right. So I'm going to drop that band. And now we're going to go into hip hikers. So if you have a step somewhere in your house, you're going to square that right foot up. I'm going to hold on to the grab bar here. However, if you are using steps, or you can also, if you're using a yoga block as your step, or something of that nature, you can hold on to the wall. So I have my right leg straight, left leg is hanging off the step. From here, I'm going to place my left hand on my hip, and I'm simply going to lift that left hip up and gently let it go back down. So I'm really strengthening and stretching that lower back lumbar area. Notice though that my right knee is not bending. That right leg is remaining straight. So we're going to be doing 2 sets of 10 here. You know you're doing it right when you feel a little bit of a tweak almost, and that left hip. That's what you should feel. I've got 1 more. All right. Then I'm turning around, squaring up now. That left foot on the step, right leg is hanging down, right hand on that right hip, chin is level, shoulders are square. I'm not moving those shoulders. Notice my shoulders are not moving. This is simply a hip, low back exercise. So we're just strengthening that low back lumbar area. This feels really, really good after you complete these. I love this one. I've got 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, remember, 2 sets of 10. So we're switching back. Once again, core is engaged. I'm breathing. Shoulders are square. Chin is level. I don't have this right knee hyperextended back. It's softly bent. However, it's not bending. It's remaining straight. Core's engaged, don't let that belly hang out. I've got 4 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, we're going to transition now back to our mats. So gently get down on your mat. We're going to be flat on our back. We're going to be doing marching on our back. So this exercise resembles, if you remember as kids, marching around the soldiers. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend those knees, place those feet flat on the mat. I'm going to grab that right hamstring, never behind the knee, right hamstring. I'm going to gently lay myself back. Once I'm on the mat, I'm going to straighten those legs out. I'm going to make sure that you can see me. I'm going to slide up just a little bit here. Bringing those palms up, palms face together. I'm going to ball up those fists, leading those thumbs out so that way I have full range of motion on that shoulder when I go back, and I'm not going to do any damage to that shoulder. It's going to be opposite arm and leg. So when the right arm goes up, left is going down, and when the left knee is bent, sliding that left foot along the mat. So it looks like this. And of course the exercise ball is in my way again today. All right, there we go. I had to do a little bit of tweaking there. So I love when it's fully extended. You can see here with the right arm up and the left knee up, this full extension on this right side. So we're working the muscles on either side of our spine and just resetting, and it feels so good, so good. Sorry, hitting the exercise ball here. Well, goodness, not only am I having technical difficulties this week, having equipment difficulties. All right, let's do 2 sets. So if you're doing this at home, you're going to be doing 2 more sets. You're going to be doing 20. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. You kind of get the idea. All right, so coming back. Now, if you have your small little hand weights and or you're using water bottles, whatever you have available for you. If you have low back issues, go ahead and bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. Otherwise, you can keep those legs out for this exercise. We're going to bring that elbow straight out from our shoulder. Notice that my wrist is straight. The weight is completely straight up above that elbow. So we're going to be going back for 10. We're going to be doing 2 sets of 10. So once I finish on this right arm, then I'm going to do a set of 10 back on the left. I'm looking straight up. Both shoulders are flat on the mat. I've got 2 more. Last one. And then I'm simply going to switch to the left and going back. I still have my core engaged. When your core is engaged, you will feel the small of your back is just a little rounded up off the mat. That's the position you should be in. You're looking up, though, at the ceiling. So I'm not really focused on that arm. I'm slowly controlling the movement. Once again, negative and positive resistance here. 1 more. Okay. I'm coming back to the right for 10, going back. I'm occasionally going to look over at that arm if I feel my elbow sliding down, just to make sure that that elbow is directly out from that shoulder. Otherwise, I'm not going to strain or sprain any neck muscles doing that. I'm looking straight up with that chin level. I've got 2 more. Last one. Okay. And the last set of 10 going back on the left arm. And I started on my right arm because it's closest to you and viewing this on your screen, however you're viewing this. However, if I was in class doing this, or if I was doing my own rehab for my shoulder, I would always start with the strongest side first, which is my left side. 2 more. And last one. So Dr. Picone always states to start with your strongest side first, because that is going to teach your weak side, and so it's going to train naturally. All right, so now we're going to get our arm back in position here on the right, and we're going down. So once you feel that shoulder start to lift up off the mat, that's where you're going to stop. So you can see that this is the arm that I'm still rehabbing. So I don't have as much range of motion here as I would like. We're working on it. It's much better. All right, we got 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, now we're switching to the left arm, checking our position here, and then going down. So you can see on your display, however you're viewing this on your screen, you can see that I have a little bit more range of motion on my left arm versus my right arm. Good, I've got 2 more. And last one. Remember, 2 sets of 10, so we're moving back to the right arm and we're going down again for 10. Engage that core. We're strengthening that core even if we're laying flat. That in turn is going to help build up our strength in those low back muscles. And I keep looking over, I'm sorry guys, I keep looking over at the camera just to make sure there's no error message again. And last one. At this point in the week, with all of the technology issues that we've had with the storms, no power, no internet, I just have to laugh at this point. It's been kind of comical, actually. All right, I'm on my last 5 of the 2 sets of 10 going down on the arms. Building up those shoulder muscles, pec muscles. Got 2 more. And last one. Good. All right, I'm just going to grab these little weights, gently set them aside. Now, for beginners, you're having some low back issues, we're going to be doing pelvic tilts here. So once again, knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. I'm going to gently allow my hands to be palms face down on either side of my thighs without lifting that bum up off the mat like that. I'm going to keep that bum on the mat. I'm going to roll that pelvic bone up, trying to get that pelvic bone to touch the bottom of my breastbone. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to try to flatten my t-shirt so if you're looking at the display. So you can see how I'm engaging my core muscles from the bottom of my breastbone to the top of that pubic bone here. So you guys are going to be doing 20 of those. For more advanced, that have rehabbed that low back and where you do not have any low back issues, you're going to be passing the ball. So knees are slightly bent, feet on either side of the ball. You're going to engage that core. So find that belly button second to your spine. Really contract those bum muscles. You're coming up with the ball, grabbing, going overhead, coming back up, engage that core, coming down. Right here. So once again, you can feel those ab muscles from the bottom of that breastbone to the top of that pubic bone. That's what we're working here. And you can probably feel that in those quads and hamstrings too, to be honest with you. This is a great workout. All right, let's do one more. You can always go back after this and do some more. Okay. All right, so from here what we're going to do is we're going to gently roll over onto our side. You can tuck that exercise ball somewhere where he's not going to escape or roll away. Do so because we're going to roll over, placing that left palm face down or right palm, depending upon which way you rolled. Pushing up, we're going to find that exercise ball. We're going to be doing some back extensions. So notice that I am on my knees on the mat behind the exercise ball. And make sure that I have a good grip on that exercise ball. I'm just going to lay up on the ball. From here, I'm going to curl my toes under, lifting those knees up, legs are straight. I'm going to rest my fingertips on the mat for just a second. Taking a deep breath in through my nose, I'm going to exhale, coming all the way chin to the ball. I'm going to hug the ball here. Inhale, I'm going to come up to this gentle back extension. So you can see from about the middle back, middle thoracic, down to that low back, this nice gentle curve, this extension. So the bottom of my chest right here, for ladies, is the bottom of your bra strap, is still on the ball. So I don't want to come up too far. I don't want to strain that low back. I just want a nice, gentle back extension to strengthen those muscles and to build muscle. Exhale, going back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Oh, this should feel so good. Exhale. So keep it up for me. Gentle, gentle. Listen to that back. When it says stop, please stop. This is your workout. Don't push it. If you continue to do this, I guarantee you will build up that strength and you'll be able to knock out 20 of these with no problem at all. Let's do 2 more. One more, make it count. Ah, that was nice. All right, I'm going to roll back just a little bit on the exercise ball. I'm going to go into what I call a little bit of a modified child's pose, where I'm just kind of on my knees, just kind of gently rocking here with the ball, just releasing that back. Nice. All right, so I'm going to slide the exercise ball back just a little bit on the mat, so that way hopefully you can see both my arms and legs in the screen. So once again, I'm going to grab onto the exercise ball, make sure that I have a really good hold on it. I'm going to push myself up here. So you guys are just going to simply rock forward. So I'm going to get to where, if you have a mirror, check that back to make sure that that back is level. We're going to be doing opposite arm and leg here. So I'm going to shift my weight to my right palm, left foot, and I'm going to come up with that left arm, right leg. So also if you have, I'm just going to use this as an example, if you have like a sheet of paper, a magazine, something, you can always put it on the small of your back here to keep that level. You don't want anything that weighs a lot, so that way, if you are not level and that leg goes up too far, then that sheet of paper is going to fall one direction to the other. Now, if at any point you come up, I always like to tell everybody to come up and at least hold for one breath here, come back down. If at any point you come up and you're like, whoa, you know, a little wonky on the ball, just drop that hand, drop that foot, and then if you need to, grab on with one hand to that ball, okay? So once again, don't fall off of that exercise ball. When you bring that leg up, if you want a little bit more added leg strengthening, just flex that foot down. Notice though that I have my hands, my thumb is once again pointed towards the ceiling. This gives me full range of motion on that shoulder, so I'm not creating any shoulder injuries here. I'm actually strengthening and improving that range of motion for those shoulders. All right, let's do one more set on each side. And last one. Good. All right, once again, I'm going to roll back on my knees, just gently hugging the ball in that modified child's pose here. Okay, so now we're going to gently transition back on our mat, on our backs, keeping a hold, if you can, of that exercise ball so it doesn't roll away here. Once we come down, we're going to place our heels on the top of that exercise ball. Once the back of your head comes flat on the mat, we're not picking it up, so you're not going to strain those neck muscles, okay? Right now, my palms are face down on either side of those thighs. I'm going to engage that core, find that belly button, suck it to my spine. I'm lifting my pelvis up into the air for what is a reverse plank. I'm holding, my bum muscles are tightened because I have my core engaged. And then I'm strengthening my low back at the same time here. I'm breathing. And then I'm gently coming back down to the mat. Now we're going to go into hamstring curls and or for those of you more advanced, hamstring curls into hip press combo. So once I come up into this reverse plank, I'm curling those knees in. This is the hamstring curl. You can see, right, how my hamstrings are flexed here. I'm coming out, back in, more advanced, hip press up, down, and out. For those of you who are like, oh, Melissa, I'm not to that point yet, keep that bum on the mat, engage that core, and you're curling in here. See, those muscles are still contracted. You're still working the same muscles here. Okay, we've got a little bit of movement in those hips and that low back. It should feel really, really good. Let's do about 3 more of those. Breathing, don't hold your breath here. Don't lift that head up off the mat. I'm going to do 1 more. All right, and then gently bum back down on the mat. So now we're going to start going into our cool down. So we're going to go into the number 4 stretch. So we're going to place that right ankle over that left knee. We're going to bend that left knee, bringing that ball a little closer to us, wrapping our hands around that left hamstring, gently pulling that left hamstring in. My right foot is flexed. I'm breathing. So if you were giving me 70% on that workout, particularly those hamstring curls, you should be a little breathy. So that heart rate should be just a little elevated. So we're working with our breath to bring down that heart rate and to bring back our breath to our normal cadence. Then I'm going to gently release, straightening that left leg, allowing that right foot to go back onto the ball, the right heel. Then I'm taking that left ankle over that right knee, bending that right knee, pulling in. Left foot is flexed. Hands are wrapped around that right hamstring. I'm gently pulling in. So you're going to feel this in that coccyx, the side, and that hamstring muscle, and then the side where the IT band runs down. This is a great stretch, Breathing. And then gently straightening that right leg, releasing that left heel back on the exercise ball. If you want to use the exercise ball for the stretches in just a few moments, you can kind of tuck it where it's not going to run away from you. All right, so knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. We're going to raise one bended knee up at a time, wrapping our hands around the bottom of those knees. Feet are flexed. We're just going to simply rock back and forth, following that belt line, just releasing that mid-back, middle thoracic to that low back. Don't overdo this one. You might hear some Rice Krispies, some snap, crackle, pop. That's normal. We're just resetting. Good. All right. Gently straightening those legs up to the ceiling. Feet are flexed, so it should look like you're holding up the ceiling. We're going to bring those arms up. Shoulders are flat on the mat. Palms face together. Just some gentle breathing here to loosen up that upper back. Even though I said throughout the workout, breathe, 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 sometimes we don't. And that causes a lot of tension in that upper back. So fingertips are pointed to the ceiling. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. When we do, shoulders are gently raised up off the mat. Exhale, shoulders back down. Core's engaged. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. On that exhale, gently allow those hands to just flutter, palms face down on either side of your thighs. Low back issues, hip issues, you're bending your knees here, placing those feet flat on the mat. If you have no low back issues, simply keeping those legs straight, engaging that core, and allowing those legs to go straight down to the mat. I didn't think I could do that because of the exercise ball, and I couldn't. I'm going to slide up just a little bit. Once those legs are straight on the mat, allow those feet to just fall to the side, opening up that pelvic region. So your hips, your hip flexors, really opening that area up. The small of your back has that natural curve in it when you're laying here on the mat. This position is your rest and recovery position. In yoga, this is called corpse, otherwise known as Shavasana. So here you are really focused on that heart rate. So bringing that heart rate back down, focusing on your breath and your breathing, making sure that you're bringing it back to your normal rhythm and cadence here. Breathing oxygen into any muscles that are a little tweaky. You're like, ooh, didn't know I had that muscle. Worked that muscle today. Give it just a little TLC with your breath. One more breath, and exhale it out. Next, inhale. We're going to bend those knees, placing those feet flat on the mat. We're going to gently roll over onto our side. With the arm that is on top of your chest, it's going to go palms face down in front of you. On your next exhale, you're going to push that breath through that palm, gently sitting yourselves up. You can either stay here on your mat in whatever position, seated position is most comfortable for you to finish out the stretching part of this routine, or you can, if your exercise ball did not roll away from you, you can grab the exercise ball, gently standing, grabbing once again that exercise ball, making sure you have a firm grip on it before sitting on that exercise ball. So you can also do the final stretches here, just gently bouncing on your exercise ball. So we're going to bring those arms once again up, out from those shoulders, palms face together. We're going to stretch that left arm across our chest, gently bouncing here. If you're not comfortable doing this while bouncing, just seated on the exercise ball, engaging your core is perfectly fine. I have my left thumb pointed up to the ceiling. I am grabbing gently the outside of my shoulder and or bicep, tricep, never that elbow. And then I'm releasing that, bringing the arms back up, bending those elbows, really opening up my chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, envisioning that I have a little walnut there that I'm trying to hold in place while bouncing. Arms are coming back out. Right arm is coming across your chest. Once again, right thumb is up, making sure that we're not causing any issue to that right shoulder. Make sure your core is engaged. Even if you're seated still on the mat, engage that core at all times, please. Coming back, bending those elbows, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. Once again, envision that little walnut. Good. All right, we're going to release those arms. And now while gently bouncing and or seated on your mat, we're going to do neck rolls, just to make sure that everything's kind of loosened up here. We're grounded, we're ready to start the rest of our day. So with neck rolls, we're bringing our chin to our chest, left ear to left shoulder. We're gently coming back, right ear to right shoulder, and back. So we're doing 5 of these, so we have 4 more. Once again, you might hear a little bit of Rice Krispie action. Depends upon the day, what you've been doing. Gentle though, listen to that neck. When it says stop, stop. I've got 1 more. And now I'm bringing my head back up with my chin level before I go to the opposite side, which is my right. Here we go. Chin down to chest, right ear to right shoulder, coming back, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. And I'm continuing for 4 more. Gently bouncing if you are on your exercise ball. And I've got 1 more. Once I'm finished with this one, I'm bringing my chin back up. I'm just going to release my shoulders just a little bit more. My shoulders feel like they just need just a little more. So I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to shrug those shoulders up to my earlobes. And then I'm going to exhale it gently, releasing those shoulders. If you have no shoulder issues, you can allow those shoulders just to drop. So inhale, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Nice. So make sure, if you are on your exercise ball, gently bouncing, that you come to a complete stop, that you're grounded, that your feet are firmly planted on the floor before you come into a standing position. For those of you still seated on your mat, before you get up and start the rest of your day, please make sure you're grounded, that you feel good, and get up like you're 103 years old. Very gently, very carefully. So I would love to say thank you so much, everyone, for watching and participating today. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back on Monday at 1:30 for the free total body ball class. So until I see you again, I hope everyone stays safe and healthy. Thanks again. Have a great day.